The name of Manhattan. The name Manhattan is from the Angolian languages of the earliest known inhabitants of the area. Legend has that the island was purchased from natives for $24 in bets and other such trinkets. The discovery of Manhattan. The first European discovery of Manhattan is generally credited to English explorer Henry Hudson, sailing for the Dutch, who first entered Upper New York Bay on September 11, 1609, and sailing up the lower Hudson River and occurred off the tip of northern Manhattan that night. However, the earlier Italian explorer Giovanni de Verrazano explored New York harbor in 1524, and a few months later so did the Portuguese Esteban Gomez. The latter also recognized the Hudson River, calling it the Rio de San Antonio, and both, in all likelihood, saw Manhattan in islands while in New York harbor. The boroughs were formed in 1889 98, when New York City was constituted as 5 boroughs. The separate boroughs of Manhattan and of the Bronx were formed, that both remained within the single county of New York. In 1914, those parts of the New York County which had been annexed from Westchester County were constituted the new Bronx County, and New York County was reduced again to its present boundaries. Manhattan suffered. From the 1960s onwards, Manhattan suffered from urban flight as the middle class fled to the other boroughs and suburbs due to an increase in crime. However, as with many other American cities, there was an increase in population growth in the later part of the century due to an renewed interest in the urban lifestyle, a trend which began in the 1990s and has continued to present today. It was though that September 11, 2001 attacks would initiate a new exodus from the city due to a fear of terrorism, but this has not come to pass.
Politics. The Democratic Party holds most of the public offices. The Republicans are a minority, being about only 12% of the electorate, mostly Upper East Side and the financial districts. There are 4 districts and they are all represented by the Democrats. No Republican has won the presidential election since 1924 in Manhattan. New York is the most important source for funding of the presidential election, and it counts both candidates. Demographics. In 2010, there lived 1,585,873 people in Manhattan. 48% of them were non-Hispanic white people, 25.4% were Hispanic, Latino, or Spanish, 12.9% were non-Hispanic Black or African American, 11.2% were non-Hispanic Asians. In Manhattan, they have the highest income in the United States. In 2000, since 2000, the number of children under the age of 5 grew by 32%, which were kind of a baby boom. The average household size is 2, and the average family is 2.99.
Tourist attractions of the Manhattan. Bryant Park is an European-inspired park with 6 gardens. The park is more than 100 yards long and contains many historic monuments, which is located through the park, and at the same time the park is surrounded by historical buildings, for example the New York Public Library. The New York Public Library is a building from 1911, which is visited by more than 15 million people each year. This library provides access to more information than any other institution in the world. Outside the library stays the 2 marble lions, Patience and Fortitude, which keeps an eye on the building. Carnegie Hall is a world-famous auditorium which has been location for important jazz events, historic lectures, noted educational forums, and much more. Central Park is a park covering 843 acres in the middle of Manhattan. The park was man-made in 1858 and declared a National Historic Landmark in 1965. The park includes attractions like Bethesda Fountain, the La Court Theatre, baseball fields, many playgrounds, and of course the Central Park Zoo. Empire State Building is the main tourist attraction which is a national landmark. It contains an observatory which offers a panoramic view on the 86th floor. From up there you have a look to New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and of course New York. St. Patrick's Cathedral is the seat of the Archbishop of New York, called Edward M. Egan, and is also the largest decorated Gothic-style Catholic cathedral in the United States. The building of the cathedral began in 1858 and finished in 1879. The Museum of Modern Art. It contains the world's largest collection of modern painting and sculpture, precisely 150,000 paintings, sculptures, drawings, prints, photographs, and architectural models. It also features film, videos, media, scripts, posters, and historical documents. The most known artists presented on the museum are Vincent van Gogh, Paul Gauguin, and Pablo Picasso. The end.